Oh, it's plates. Well, so much for that not working. All right, so here we are today with our furnace. Unfortunately, somebody's been in here before us. By the way, my name's John, welcome. And we're in my 1999 Casita, and it has a forced air propane furnace that has a wicked squeal, the little fan motor. It blows, you know, it lights off like it's supposed to. It makes heat. It smells god-awful, so I'm gonna clean it if nothing else. But somebody's unfortunately been here before me. I see there's a bunch of screw holes here. And when you take this unit here, this moves around. So that'll have to be repaired. But in the interim, I think I'm gonna grab a wrench to disconnect the propane. Propane's turned off. We need to pull this unit out to access the fan motor, I believe. I don't know if there's enough wire back there. I can't really see anything, or if it's completely separate. But I do know that this needs to come out. The shell of it is obviously pop riveted. Everything in this trailer is pop riveted in. So there is a new cover on order. A factory cover from Casita. We've ordered that up and it'll be here, and I'll install that. But for the time being, I want to make this furnace run like it's supposed to. Whether we stick with this heating arrangement, we're not really cold weather campers, so I'm thinking this will work, because we'll maybe turn it on to heat the trailer up in the evening and then turn it off, and then in the morning just turn it on. So anyway, I would much prefer to take a factory system. You know, obviously this was designed to go here, or the trailer was designed to have this unit, and I'd rather make that work than try to retrofit something. So let's try to make this work. And step one in that is to get rid of that awful squeal. And step 1.5 is going to be to find the appropriately sized wrench to take that gas line on. And I'll bring you back when I've found that. What we're talking about here, I don't know if you're able to see this in your viewfinder, sorry, is right here is this fitting. So I'm going to put, this is really tight, I already tried to loosen it, and so I'm going to put a wrench there. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to hold the camera at the same time, so we're just going to, whoops, my flashlight just bit the dust. So we're going to try to loosen this, but I'm going to put tension on this so that we're not breaking the fitting. And we're just going to twist it apart, because the world's strongest man decided to put this on. And this is 2 3/4 inch wrenches. And actually this fitting seems to have been designed for exactly what I'm doing. Like, it's obviously machined to a specific size, which is the same size as the nut, as it turns out. And my hope is, we'll see how this goes, that this whole assembly will just slide out once it's freed up from the propane line, and that'll provide us access to that fan. So I'll bring you back when I got more to report. Alright, so what we have here is the propane line, which is now disconnected. And I also noticed this little note down here at the bottom, which is, burner door must be tightly secured, otherwise the heater will not function properly. I'm not exactly sure what that is, but probably that door there. Blower motor is permanently lubricated. Well, that's not as, well, we're going to re-lubricate it and see if I can get it to stop squeaking. And barring that, we will be purchasing a new one, which is like 150 bucks. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, I don't know how much of this you guys are going to see. Alright, here we go. Got that line out of the way, and feels like we're kind of hanging up here. So what I'll do is I'll get down here with my flashlight, see kind of what's what. I know I got some wires here. I was hoping there'd be enough slack to provide us with, and that does not appear to be the case. So we've got a pigtail. This guy's getting pretty, got some tension on it. Probably like that. So let's take a peek in here and see what we're looking at. So let's take the camera over here. And so if you can see in there, gosh, I don't know if I can get a light in there. Anyway, there's wires. Sorry, I can't do this. I don't have enough hands. These wires right here, what we're talking about. And they appear to have been cut at some point and then reattached. So somebody's been in there. I don't know. That's really tight. So I wonder if I push it back. Yeah, that slackens it. So somebody's removed this in the past, and we're going to be removing it right now, probably by taking those connectors off. Stand by while I investigate further. Alright, I'm trying to flood that with a little bit of light. Hopefully you can see it. So I'm going to cut these wires right here, or right here. And so what we've got is the two blacks go up to the right hand corner here. The thermostat's right here on the other side. So that's my thermostat wire. Polarity on that doesn't really matter. It's the red and the white that I need to make sure and get in specific locations. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut these, drag this pigtail, and then all the colors. So if you can see that, probably, maybe. There we go. We're committed now, boys. Let's pull this guy out. Sorry, I can't hold the camera and pull this out. So let's see if we've got a success here. We jump in here and kind of feed that back in there. All right. So, where did I do with my flashlight? There it is. It's propping up my tripod. Let's get down here in the dirty part. And where's my pigtail at? Sorry, I gotta lay on the floor. I'm glad I didn't sweep up in here and provide myself a clean place to lay. Alright, so we have got this guy disconnected in all her glory. So this project only took like 10 minutes, so this is kind of what I'm dealing with here. And these wires are just what we want to get kind of figured out, and then I'll put plugs on there and we will be good to go. So we got a squeak. And so I'm going to get a screwdriver and expose the other side of this and see if there's something wrapped up in there or what we got going on. But this is our furnace. This is the 12-volt motor I'm hoping that I can save. And this whole installation process, I just started it, so I've only been at this 15 or 20 minutes. What I disconnected is because I'm lazy and I don't want to use a screwdriver. Do this, and just so you know, again, I'm not a huge fan of these. Whoopsie, man down. So I'm not a huge fan of these furnaces. I've had them in other RVs, and they are like I would suspect if you left this on all night, given what I've seen of the battery situation in here, there's almost no chance of this surviving the night. It'd run the battery dead, and that's my main complaint. I do have a catalytic heater in the garage from another RV that it's just a straight propane catalytic heater. However, I don't really want to die of carbon monoxide poisoning in my trailer, so that's going to be kind of probably not in the cards, although this is pretty well ventilated. The bottom of the fridge right there where the camera's sitting, you're sitting on top of the refrigerator. There's a huge vent to the exterior near the bottom of that fridge because it also runs on propane. So I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world And I may be overstating the whole dying of carbon monoxide thing. Oh, that wasn't good. That was more dramatic than I intended. Alright, this is probably what takes the fumes out. It looks like it comes out with a little Allen wrench. So what I'm trying to do is get this so I can access the electric motor and effectively deliver some lubricant in there, and hopefully we'll get some stuff going. Alright, ideally from your perch on my shelf there, you're going to see me put some PB Blaster in here. Again, not my favorite solution. I mean, it's great penetrating oil. I'm trying to do a little bit and not flood this thing. And again, we don't know what bearing is unlubricated in there. Again, it says it's permanently lubricated. So, but permanently is, in fairness to these guys, was probably not 20-something years. Should have brought a rag with me. So I'm just squirting some oil down there, letting her dribble in, right on the, there's no good way to say this, right on the shaft, lubricating the shaft. That's basically what I'm doing here. So, gosh, that light is overpowering. So, right here, I'm just dribbling a little tiny bit of oil. That might have been too much. I'm not trying to flood the electric motor on this thing, but I'm hoping that oil will work its way down into the bearings inside this motor, and we will have positive results. Don't leave me alone for a second. Oh yeah, I'll find a way. See, no squeak. So let me get this torn down. All right, so hopefully that camera sees stuff. And now that I'm not trying to put it in upside down and backwards,
other stuff will line up better.
Yeah,
probably.
The exhaust will go out.
Yeah, fuel, wires, all that stuff.
Yeah. Now let me think about this for a second. I need this to be back here. Those got to get snaked into. This is going to be more complicated than I wanted.
Comes back to us once and goes, "There's a tub covering up my GFI." and the guy that I was working with said, "Well, that sounds like something you should talk to your minister about." And just walked off.
Okay, so this vent thing is a little bit of a blank, like slip-in type arrangement.
Yeah.
Which
one of the gals that worked there, that they always had a travel trailer once, or they ordered one because they liked it good enough compared to what they had before.
Uh-huh.
So,
there we go. It seems to have come back to where it needs to be. And oh, that's not blocking. There we go. Oh, a little propane thing popped in right where it needs to be.
nice.
I get a little suspicious when things go this well.
Yeah, in my experience, it means that the other end of the propane thing is now not hooked up to anything at all.
Well, if you smell rotten eggs, just let me know.
Yeah.
All right, so
I guarantee it's the propane.
now I'm just, and Rick's here.
Hopeful as always.
Yeah.
At least I'm not wearing an obnoxious T-shirt today.
Oh, you.
Yeah.
Wow, you're sheeshing it up.
Yeah. Oh, this shirt probably cost me $5,000. It's in good shape.
Right.
All right, now we're waiting for fire.
Yep. No. I don't see any flames. But
it takes a long time.
yeah. Starting to smell gas. Oh yeah. All right, well that's a victory because it was like, well, you probably watched the other video. It was like, no, oh, what kind of fan are you?
A partial fan. Something bright and shiny must have caught in front of my face.
Yeah. That's blowing warm air.
I just really like the part where you're saying, you know, Dana's coming up with the rest of the stuff for your plan of, you know, fighting crime. And you're like, yeah, so I'm worried about how so on board you are with this.
Yeah, and the air doesn't. Yeah, it's warming this bad boy out.
And there's no jet exhaust burning a hole in your garage.
That fuse was it.
Yeah, it wouldn't take much to heat this place up.
No, it's getting warm already.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
All right, well,
It's a win.
It's definitely a win. We have successfully removed the furnace, not caught on fire. As you can hear in the background, it's running. And I think this is going to be it for... Oh, wait a second. I turned it off. It's going to go off in like a minute. But anyway, I appreciate you watching. And stand by for more marginal Casita content, because there's lots more to do to this trailer. As we just found out, I had to change 3 fuses and stuff was sparking, but I didn't get it on camera. But that's electrical problems. This was a furnace, and now we're good to go.
Yeah, can't fix it with a hammer. It must be an electrical problem.
Yep. All right, bye. Unfortunately, I let it heat up, so the way these work is as long as it senses heat, it's going to continue to blow, I think. I'm a goofball. Letting her dribble in right on the... There's no good way to say this. Right on the shaft. Lubricating the shaft.